Hey guys, it is Tanya, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another speed build. Today, we are going to be building a cottage, specifically an autumnal cottage, because I live in the Northern Hemisphere. I am so over summer, I am ready for autumn, the fall needs to get here already, and so I wanted to experience it in the sim since it's not quite here in real life yet, so that is what we're doing here today. I'm actually building in the world of Henford-on-Bagley because I haven't built in the fall yet. And so I thought that could be fun to do. I'm excited to play around with the winter season as well. This world is just stunning, and I think a lot of the swatches that came with cottage living favor the more like fall aesthetic, especially with farming and pumpkins and all of that. So I did have a lot of fun with this build. It ends up being a 3-bedroom house, and I did build this over on Twitch first, so you might recognize this if you were in my stream a few weeks back. I built this over on twitch.tv/Miss Gryphi. If you're interested, I do stream like 3 to 4 times a week. If you'd like to hang out and be part of the build process and chit chat while we make things, and it's just a more personal experience. I love hanging out with you guys. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, the outside of this is coming together now. It's a little bit of a strange shape, but I like that about that. I just wanted to experiment and see what happened. And of course, I'm using the Moschino windows over on the left side of the build. Definitely still my favorite windows in the game to date. They're just so beautiful, industrial, but also really versatile in the type of builds you could use them in. And I wanted to use them for more of a dining room or a sunroom type of area that let in a lot of light. And I thought that worked really nicely for this build. I also wrapped some wisteria over those Moschino windows, and there'll be a little bit more throughout the rest of the build as well. But I'm starting on the landscaping now, which we all know is my favorite part. I just go overboard with landscaping sometimes, but hopefully I kept this one to not too overboard. But it was a lot of fun to try and figure out how to get like the combo I wanted of fall colors. Because one interesting thing about the trees in the autumn in The Sims is as you move them on the lot, certain positions of the trees are brighter or lighter colors. So I kept shifting those around because I was like, oh, I really like this vibrant red, but I want it closer to the house. But if I move it closer to the house, it's more yellow. And so that was a little bit interesting. And then I also wanted to figure out some ivy or vines going up the side of the house, and just playing around with windows and how I wanted that to work. And actually upstairs, I wasn't liking how flat the roof looked against the wall. So I extended it out a little bit here, so there's a bit of an overhang, and it's just a really interesting look. I wasn't sure how I felt about it at first, but the more I looked at it, the more it grew on me. So let me know what you guys think of that. I just think it looks kind of cool. Also, I think I get rid of that car in the end. I put that out there because it's the perfect red swatch, and it was like, it's so cute, I need to put it. But I'm pretty sure that goes away. But for right now, I am adding some of these stepping stones from the base game debug catalog to walk out to the edge of the property and getting some bushes as well. Most of the landscaping, if not all of the landscaping, is from Show Live Edit objects. So you're going to see some like overgrown bushes and larger lavender plants. I was trying to replicate what was around the world so it blended in a little bit better, but also bring in some stuff that just screamed fall to me. So there ends up being some like sunflowers and stuff in here soon. And I'm going to be getting like Patchy the Scarecrow and just like a lot of really cute fall themed decorations. And I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but on the outside, I think it really does scream fall. The inside as well. Oh my goodness. I had a lot of fun decorating the inside of this build. And I'm sure there will be more like autumn themed builds as we get closer to that season in the Northern Hemisphere here. Do let me know if you'd like to see more of them, and if so, what you would like to see. I'll probably do some sort of an apartment or a tiny house or something like that, or maybe some more like big family homes. I know this one's more like a cottage vibe in Henford-on-Bagley, maybe like something a bit more suburban. Oh, I'll probably do tons of Halloween builds. I love Halloween. I love autumn. It's like my favorite time of year. So anyway, Patchy is now down on the lot, as well as a couple of gardening plots here, and I'm stacking some pumpkins up right near there as well. So it looks like you have some that you just harvested, and I just think it looks really cute. I absolutely loved cottage living. It's got to be, it might have beaten Seasons for me as my favorite expansion pack. It's just so charming and beautiful. I love the build items. I love the gameplay. Like, I love everything about it. So I think it might be my favorite. I never thought anything would beat Seasons, but I think this might be my favorite. I just really, really love it. Let me know if anyone else has the same feeling about it, because I just think it's such a good expansion pack. Anyway, I did create a fenced-in area over by that sunroom, and out there's going to end up later on being, I think, a chicken coop. Oh my goodness. The words that come out of my mouth when I'm trying to speak to myself in a voiceover. It's harder than it seems. Anyway, there's gonna be a chicken coop outside and like a table and chairs for your Sims to be able to sit down and eat. Although I think it's a picnic bench. So technically there's not separate chairs. But I'm using some more debug fencing here to go around the lot. Some of it is more put together. Some is a little bit more broken down. I really liked the variation in that to make it look a little bit more natural and overgrown. And also these yellow bushes. Are these the ones from Strangerville? I think they might be. I love the yellow swatch on them. It's just so autumnal and perfect. So I was excited to put those down. But we're heading inside now to start working on a floor plan. Surprising that we're already getting to that. I felt like I spent a lot more time on the exterior. Although I'm pretty sure I come back to it later because we still haven't decorated that side yard yet. I'm pretty sure that's like the last thing I do. But anyway, in here, I'm trying to figure out a floor plan. And it's interesting because upstairs, I end up having 2 bedrooms, and they both end up being like kid or teenager rooms. And downstairs, there was a room I wasn't sure what I was going to do with it. And then I turned it into a bedroom. And I was like, oh, this could be a spare bedroom. And I thought it came out really pretty, but I was imagining it as a spare bedroom. But it ends up being the primary bedroom for this house, which I think works out fine because it's on the main floor. And it's a good size bedroom. But it's just kind of funny to me that I didn't even realize that when I was building it. But I do think it's my favorite bedroom in this house. So it worked out in the end. Anyway, just fiddling with this floor plan a little bit more. I wanted to also have like a laundry room / like extra. I don't think it would be a mud room because it doesn't lead outside. But there's laundry in there and like a couple of other things. It's just like additional appliance storage and stuff. So that is right off of the kitchen. But we're working on the kitchen layout now. And I end up using these counters from the Vampire Pack. I love these counters. I wish they had more swatches. They only have 3. I think the main one is this green one, and then there's like a black and white one, and then a deep wood with black tops. They're pretty swatches, but it would be so much more versatile if they had more swatches, especially because these are so similar to the base game ones that we have. So if we could get more swatches on existing items someday, Sims, I would love that. Anyway, this is gonna be the sunroom / like dining area. It's a dining room, but it has lots of windows. I put some pumpkins on the table. We're having this beautiful round table from Jungle Adventure, and I paired it with these chairs from the Paranormal Pack, and I will be adding some more plants in there as well. But first, we're going to be getting the appliances in the kitchen, the fridge, the stove, all of that. I also end up grabbing a couple of different sunflower options and bringing those to the interior. We have this one up on the island, and then another one from Cats and Dogs right next to the counters. I have sunflowers growing outside, so I thought it was a fun idea to bring them inside, and the colors are just beautiful. I love how the yellow swatch works so nicely with the fall colors of the oranges and the greens that I have throughout. I just had a lot of fun with color in this. I feel like I've just been experimenting with color a lot more over the last year. I feel like I used to be way more like everything is neutral in The Sims, and that has definitely changed. I still like me a neutral moment, but I have so much more fun now playing with colors in the game, and I think autumn is going to bring lots of fun color builds to the channel, so I'm very excited about that. Anyway, I just added a picture that is a sink, Tanya. I added a picture by the sink. I thought that looked cute. That was a suggestion in chat from one of you guys to put that picture by the sink. I think it looks really nice there. I think that is in debug from, I want to say it's Laundry Day, but I might be wrong. I also added a bunch of clutter pieces from the Country Kitchen kit. We have like these metal canisters or jars, a tub of potatoes, which honestly, that's the way to my heart. Is that the way to your heart? Potatoes are the best. I feel like I've seen a lot of things lately that were about like how amazing potatoes are. I feel like I always see those though. But I mentioned it to multiple people recently. I had full-on conversations about potatoes, the magical thing that is potatoes, so I feel like I need to mention it since we added a tub of potatoes in this kitchen. Let me know how you like your potatoes. What's the best way? Is it French fries? Is it mashed potatoes, baked potatoes, scalloped potatoes, roasted potatoes? Let me know. I like roasted potatoes personally. But anyway, this is that laundry room area I had mentioned. I think the swatch of these laundry machines works so nicely with this room, with the cabinetry that we already had in the kitchen that I brought into this space. So I thought that looked quite nice, and just getting the stone backsplash in there, moving the windows because they weren't in the right spots, and getting some like laundry storage, some towels and stuff in here with this clutter piece from Seasons. This room doesn't have too much in it. It's fairly simple. It's got your washer, your dryer. It's got like a laundry basket, some clutter, a sink, and some more clutter. It's mostly clutter, but it seems like a really realistic room to have in a house. Granted, I've never had a room like this in a house, so this is just what my brain came up with out of thin air because I don't have experience with this. I every once in a while add a room like this to a house, either like a dedicated laundry room or like some sort of mud room or excess room like that, but I've never had one of those. My washer and dryer was always in the basement. In the one house I had that had a washer and dryer. Every other place has not had in unit, because now I'm in an apartment and I don't have a washer and dryer. So I don't have a lot of experience with it. And with that being said, though, I think it's strange that I don't build basements very often. Would you like to see a house with a basement sometime soon? Maybe I should do that. Yeah, I think I should do that. Anyway, we're in the living room now and trying to figure out these bookcases. I ended up using 2 of these ones from Seasons. I think they are so pretty. And they also have like acorns and stuff on them that I think scream fall. And I added some hangings and stuff in here. And of course, I'm using that basket that came with Cottage Living that has like the pillows and blankets in it. And one of the pillows has a pumpkin on it. So I needed to use it, of course. And then this one swatch of these curtains that came with Dream Home Decorator actually have like autumn leaves on them. And I was like, this is kind of weird when we first got the pack, and I didn't think I would ever use them, but I actually really like them because we have one other curtain that has like autumn leaves on it, and it's from Seasons, but I think it's ugly. I don't like the swatch. I use those curtains plenty, just not in the autumn leaf color swatch. But this one I think is really pretty, so I used it throughout this space, and then I'm just adding some pumpkins and stuff to these shelves and some more clutter, trying to figure out what would fit this space the best, and adding one of my favorite plants in the game, this little jar of like leaves and stuff that came with the Paranormal pack. So good. I really love that plant. I think it's really pretty. And then adding a flat screen TV up here on the mantle. I think it's stuck into the fireplace a little bit too far. Am I going to move it out? Because it looks like the fireplace is sort of like eating the TV right now. Just noticing that. I hope I fix it, but I'm not sure if I do. Anyway, just using the red shelf over here to place things a little bit better on this other shelving unit. If you haven't seen that before, or you have and you're curious what it is, that red block, it is a piece of custom content that I use that helps me place things better and easier, and it's super helpful. I don't keep it in the build, so there's no CC in my builds. It just makes things easier to furnish and make things look more cluttered. So it's linked in the description down below if you'd like to grab it. I also have a tutorial on how to use it if you're interested in that. That's also in the description. So yeah, anyway, I did paint the wall behind those bookcases, and I think it looks so pretty. I really like these dark wallpapers or dark paint colors. I really want them in my own space, but it would be such not fun to repaint over that in like an ugly beige color afterwards when I have to move out because our walls are definitely like renter beige. They're not great. I don't like them. But I'm probably going to keep them. Anyway, there are some candles and leaves on the dining table. I also added some curtains over the doorways, which I thought looked really nice. And then over here, I'm going to do something that I've seen people do in the past, but I've never actually done myself. But I was like, we need to do this. And I just experimented with what cabinets or tables or what have you would work best. I don't know what everyone typically uses, but I decided to use these ones from Cottage Living to match the style because I wanted an upright piano. I want one in The Sims, like for real, like an actual one. We have keyboards and we have grand pianos, but we don't have an upright piano. And that greatly upsets me. So we made our own using the keyboard, tucking it in, and then adding some additional pieces to it. So I have this like book from Vampires up there as like maybe an open book of like music. And I also end up adding another one that is, I think, like the framed book from the like writing career, and I put that up front right by the keys to look like the music you're actually currently reading. And then I decorated the top of the piano. I have this tapestry from Vampires that is more autumnal, and I get some pumpkins and leaves and stuff up there as well. I think it looks really cute. I still want an upright piano in The Sims, but I think this looks pretty cute. I think it came out pretty nice. So let me know what you guys think. And if you do this trick yourself, what items do you typically use? I wasn't really sure. I just know I've seen people do it, and I wanted to give it a try. And I think the cottage living like end tables, console tables worked really nicely. Just getting a lamp and a couple more rugs, and then we are on into the bathroom. This is the tub from Dream Home Decorator, I'm pretty sure. I wasn't sure how I wanted to decorate this space. I am using a tile backsplash that is from Parenthood. I also used this really pretty wreath from Laundry Day, and I'm just gonna figure out like our sink and toilet situation. This is the downstairs bathroom. There ends up being one upstairs as well. I'm trying to think. I think all of the bathrooms essentially look the same. Like, I don't often make the bathrooms look that much different, although I should, because you can have a lot of fun with like a statement bathroom downstairs, like a powder room. I'm giving myself ideas just by doing a voiceover talking about what I did and what I should have done. But I think that could be fun. And then getting some more sunflowers in here as well. I like bringing those into the whole house. I just think it adds a lot of color and it's a bit of fun. And that's most of what this bathroom is going to be, I'm pretty sure. I think we're going to get a rug. We have that storage cabinet. And then we should be doing the other ones if I kept the footage in, because I can't remember. I also have a laundry basket in here, so your Sims, when they take showers and stuff, their clothes will collect in there. Yeah, this is the upstairs bathroom. Pretty much the same thing, just a little bit smaller. And I'm pretty sure I get a shower tub combo or just a single shower up here so that there's a shower option, because downstairs there is just a tub. And I don't know about you, but like that's not my preferred way of bathing in a bathtub. I prefer showers. I think it's quicker and nicer and cleaner, and I don't know. That's just my preference. And in The Sims, it's also quicker, I'm pretty sure. So I have the shop up here, the base game one, and I think it looks pretty good. Anyway, changing the wallpapers in the bathrooms as well. Still a Parenthood one, but more autumnal colors this way. I think that looked better. And then gonna decorate the front entryway here. If you guys like this build and you would like to download it, it will be available on the Sims 4 gallery. You can find me under my EA ID, which is Gryphi, Gryphi. You could also find me under the hashtag #MissGryphi, and all of that information will also be in the description down below as well if it's easier for you to grab it that way. Anyway, working on the main entry here, I love the red door. I put some keys by the door, temperature controls, fire alarm. There's a mirror to look in as you are leaving. This is a place to hang up your coat, your hat, your umbrellas. I got some paintings going up the staircase as well. And there's a planter in the back corner. And then this first room, when you first walk in the house, is actually the primary bedroom. I had mentioned this earlier, but I hadn't realized that when I started decorating it. So I was sort of decorating it to be a spare bedroom. But I love how this room came out, so I'm not mad at it being the primary bedroom at all. This bed is from Outdoor Retreat, and then I am using a dresser in that nook in the front of the room that is actually from Realm of Magic. I feel like a lot of the items in Realm of Magic are a little bit difficult to use, but for some reason I thought it just looked so charming in here. Maybe it's just like having a singular piece in that style is charming, like this quirky piece you found somewhere. And I just really enjoyed it. So getting some shelves in here with some paintings, some candles, there's a nice mirror on the wall, and then we are upstairs decorating some more bedrooms. This one I had imagined was for more of a teenager, so I end up having a variety of posters and stuff on the walls. I know right now I just have like a seasons like autumn themed painting, but that ends up moving to the hallway a little bit later. I was trying to determine who this bedroom was for as I was working on it, so at first I wasn't entirely sure, so that's why it seems a little bit, who is this for at the moment? But I added a bookcase in here and a guitar, a nice mirror, and then it starts coming together right after that where I decide who this is going to be for. I added some posters. There is me moving that painting to the hallway upstairs. It made a lot more sense in there. I think I was originally being like, oh, this will be the primary bedroom, and then it just wasn't. So that is why that changed so much. But I was thinking that this sim was into music as well as the what would I call it? There's a large amount of alien abductions in Entryway. I don't know if that was meant to be that way, but from my own experience playing the game, as well as what I've seen people post on Twitter, it seems like there's a higher likelihood of getting abducted by aliens in Entryway. So I wanted that sim to be interested in that. And I know we moved on. This is like a twin child's bedroom. It's very green and has like a dollhouse and stuff on it, or in it, and has like some tree decals on the wall. I think it came out pretty cute. It's pretty simple. There's not too much to it. I'm adding some fairy lights. I really love that we have bunk beds now. I know we've had them for a while, but it's a nice addition to have in the game, because I wasn't like hoping for them or one of the people like begging for them, but it's just a very nice space saving thing to have for your Sims, and something fun to have that I never got in real life. I've never had a bunk bed, but very cool. I think the closest thing is I recently spent a little bit of time on a farm, and I stayed in a tiny house that had a sleeping loft, so you had to climb up a ladder to get into the bedroom space. And that was so cozy. So I imagine bunk beds are probably pretty cozy too. Anyway, outdoors, here I am adding a chicken coop. At first I was thinking about adding the tent from Dream Home Decorator that has all of the farm animals on it, because it'd be a cute decoration for the kids. But I decided to go with the chicken coop out here instead. But that would have been such a fun addition if there was more space. And then that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this build. If you did, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. You can also subscribe if you have not already, and click the bell to be notified when I upload. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see y'all soon. Bye, everybody.